Hello everyone and welcome to a game that I thoroughly enjoy, Hades, actually the game that has reignited my passion for gaming, which is really kind of hard to do because I have been playing them pretty much all my life and it has gotten just so
Few
stale
tales
by
are told
now.
of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Yeah, and
Goodbye, Father.
I don't exactly know which things push the story forward because on Switch I have died like what 50 times and I've only gotten like 2 different instances of Zagreus's story. Pretty much he found a letter on his father's desk.
I'm leaving. Try and stop me.
Oh, this is very, like, I forgot how basic it is at the start. Yeah, I wanted to play through this again,
Heads up.
to be able to figure out, first of all, like, how good I would be able to do, just at the very start, the first run with what I know now, because yeah, there is a special that, like, area damage thing, but the more that you play and the more that you level up,
There she is.
you just have to do the dash strike and that takes care of most everything. Yeah, it is kind of spammy and it's like, I know that some people hate that. That's actually like why one of my friends refuses to play Monster Hunter, because to be fair, I was starting out with dual blades when I first played World before I realized that you need better for high rank and higher.
It's going to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
After they're done talking, I'm gonna stop the recording and come back a little bit because I want to know how the volumes are. I might have set it just a little bit too low because it's like screaming in my ears.
I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Yeah, like I wasn't really sure what you got the first time, whether you were able to talk to the gods or not. It's like they don't even know that Hades has a son until you start to leave, and you leave because you learn that Persephone is your actual mom, and she escaped through Tartarus, through everything else to be able to get to Earth. What is the best one? Dash deflect, because then I can just have a passive that works for me.
Thank you.
I just resetted everything to max volume and hopefully that'll work. I am sorry that it was pretty much like whispering. I'll manage. Anyways, I like it because it kind of makes me think of both God of War and Diablo if they were Transistor. I meant to look that up, by the way, and I keep forgetting. Because I think I remember Supergiant as the people that made Transistor 2, so that totally makes sense. I kind of wish that there were more areas. Like, really all you get is Tartarus, which is the prison area, Asphodel, which is like hell, Elysium is heaven, and then you get the River Styx, which I think is backwards. It feels like there should be twice the areas, but I don't know, maybe it's just because I went through Kirby and the Forgotten Land with my nephew recently. Like, he brought it over and we've been having a good bit of fun with that the past month. Like,
The power of the gods.
like when I've not been feeling depressed this past month, I've been, enjoying playing Kirby with him. And I'm used to the Nintendo 8 World thing. It's so hard to Yeah, I think right now the thing that I want the most is the chthonic keys because, and I still don't understand that, by the way. Like, what, where does chthonic actually come from? I'm thinking Cthulhu, but I'm pretty sure that that's not right. Like, that's two very separate things. Well, it would make sense, you know, just in the timeline where things have gone that that Lovecraft wouldn't mix with Greek mythology, because he was around, I don't even know when Lovecraft was around, like 1800s, 1900s, something like that, and Greek religion has been around since forever, I'd like to guess. But yeah,
I can't heal myself, but I can fight.
And that was one of the reasons that I took a month off, because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do next. I was working on Dark Souls pretty much exclusively, but that was my start of the year, like, always at the start of the year, just because life is kind of depressing for me, just at home. I have this, I can't do another year, I really just can't, I can't, and so I was doing Amnesia, I was doing Dark Souls as like a, let's get the depression out before spring comes, and then we can figure our way out from there. I was going to, like, I did have a plan for April before my latest mental breakdown, I guess you could call it, because I was still getting pranked with, you know, those articles that sites like to do, because websites like to get in on the April Fool's quote-unquote fun. It's not really fun for anybody else, and it's like, they know that, just like everybody else who pranks people on April Fools, but I was still getting those, like, joke articles 3 days later, and by the time that I reached my 10th one, like, I thought, see, that needs to be, like, proper policy, that they delete joke articles after April Fools, because then, like, if you're still seeing it days later, April Fools is already out of your head, it's out of your mind, so you don't think that you're gonna fall for it again 10 times. So I was gonna do, like, Thief Simulator, Hitman, just stuff where I didn't have to be serious. But, like,
Heavenly Archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
and yeah, at the start I thought that the art for each character was kind of weird, but the more that I have played the game, the more I've come to really appreciate it, because I love the art for the environments, but the ones for the characters are kind of weird, but, like, because I like the one, it has transferred to the other. Okay, attack with critical damage cast. Oh yeah, that's right, the other attack that I didn't show you because it's practically worthless until you get the regenerative bloodstone power. Like, you can pretty much throw calcified, crystallized part of your blood outside of you, but you have to go and retrieve it, which is just kind of gross, until you get this, like, oh, it'll automatically just come back to you after a couple seconds. Like, that's what you need. Any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. Your attack is stronger with a 15% chance of critical. That's the one that I enjoy personally. Eventually you get the ability to do this thing called it's a call. You summon the god's power and you build it up by attacking your enemies. and it just like creates this bubble around you that is infused with whatever God's power that you need. And those are great. And what I'll tell you just straight out, the very first time that I was able to go through all of the areas, there's abilities that you can add to your dash, and the one that you get from Zeus is just way too OP. Like, you dash, and lightning strikes the nearest enemy. There's an ability that you can get when you die and you go back to Hades's palace. Yeah, I never do the money bag thing, by the way, because I think it's just better to get as many boons as possible. Oh no. Actually, because I know to dash strike, I might just be able to get lucky if I can pay attention to... Yeah, this is one of those things. Ooh, nice, I didn't lose anything, good. But yeah, like, where the cool, badass music just pushes you to go further. No. 7, and I don't have... I have to remember to be just a little bit more careful because I don't have that skill yet, called Death Defiance, where you die and it gives you 50% health, and you can get... I haven't maxed that out on Switch, so I don't know how many times you can do that, but it's one of the most useful things, but it costs a lot of darkness.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
The first time that I saw Ares, it didn't really make sense, but then again, that's probably because I'm thinking of him more in the sense of God of War, you know, fiery long hair and all like that. You know, buff, like lion-esque. But seeing the crow on his chest plate, it reminds me of that cool wolf's armor from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Odyssey has that's a classic mercenary belt from those times, I think. So it does make sense in a way. Your attack, special, and cast deal more damage. Sorry. Yeah, you're, we're going back to these times and it's weird because, like, I did have, like, a month where I didn't cough at all, and now it's just all of a sudden back again. You know, that's, what am I trying to say? Like, spring is coming, allergies and whatnot, but, like, has it really? Because as far as Michigan goes, it has been raining for the past month. That's actually part of what's, like, been adding to my depression, because, the way that my brain works, if I set on a big task, I have to do that task before I'm able to get back to my own life. Like, I have to do things in order. So there was this thing that you know, has always had a lot of stress revolving around it, putting new lattice on the underside of my deck, and like, I've been trying to do that, but it has been raining this whole past month, and it has been freezing and super cold, and the people in charge of the mobile home park have been like, you have to do this, while it's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And like they could tell that I was already working on it, but there's no way that I'm gonna freeze to death. And it's like one day I got like super pissed and just went outside and risked frostbite, and the only reason that I stopped is because my hands were shaking so much that I literally could not screw in the lattice anymore. Like, people just want to be mean, and there's really nothing you can do to combat that. I'll just do
With
this.
your power, Lord Ares, maybe I'll get out of here yet.
Yeah, darkness is good because, like, before you learn that Persephone is your mom, Hades tells you that Nyx, the goddess of night, is your mom, and she cares for you as if you were her own, you know? But, like...
Next.
So, there is this mirror. Oh, no. Actually, that really kind of fits because I'm looking at my timer. It's 16 minutes. So I could end the video showing you what happens when you die. And I actually do like this. This is the one of the things that I personally like about this game that pushes me to keep doing the same thing over and over.
Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind
Because every time that you die in other games, you just kind of like come back and it's nothing. It's only this and Borderlands that actually add it into the story what happens. Like Borderlands, you every single fast travel point is a like a renew, reuse, recycle station or whatever, and you die and it takes like a it scans, you know, your memories and every little molecule of you and makes a copy of you to kind of like digitalize back out into the world, and then you pay a portion of your money to come back. And then with this, you die and then you kind of show back up in your father's palace again. So next time we are going to go around and show you everybody. I hope that you have enjoyed this and that you appreciate my return. I will keep doing this for as long as I can come up with things to say, because I really like this game and I could probably go for 6 hours on it. Actually, you know, if anybody is watching and they want me to stream, I don't know, probably tomorrow or like soonish, so that I could just like have a whole bunch of this all together. That might be pretty sweet. Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.